The idea of aging is a construct meant to make us think that we age old when we simply become toxic.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Tell me your history first off. Tell me your diagnoses, any surgeries, because I know now you're here most recently because you had the issue with the phlegm, right?
Yeah, the sinuses. All
Yes.
this stuff with the sinuses.
Yes. So tell me your any diagnoses or problems before this most recent issue.
Diagnosis.
Yeah.
Like with my heart disease.
Uh-huh.
So even before the heart disease
Okay.
and before COVID was quote unquote COVID,
Okay.
I was suffering from me not being able to hear in my left ear.
Got it.
I couldn't hear at all.
Okay.
Went to a conference and I was like, I can't hear.
Okay.
So I went to the ear, nose, and throat specialist, and they didn't look in my ear. They put me in that booth. We go
Right.
round and round.
Right.
And listen to the tones. And
Right.
Then they tried to get me to get an implant.
Got it. And you said
and I
no.
still was. Well, I just didn't go back.
Okay.
And I ain't like the feeling in the place.
Very good.
It was something.
Spirit is
It
okay.
was something in me. I'm like, no. And then I got this astronomical bill. So then it was Thanksgiving. And then I was saying, I still ain't feeling good because I had been to the mini clinic a couple times.
Yeah.
Twice. She said, a lot of people coming in for the same thing. And I got tired of taking the drugs. So I laid in bed one morning and God said, I said, I need to find somebody to see what's wrong. So I said, the only place I knew was the trauma center to go to Grady. So I lived in Mapleton. I got up early in the morning, 7 o'clock, and drove myself to Grady. And I sat there and I got somebody to see me and I talked to this man. He seemed so much to care. And he gave me something that helped and everything got back. Because I used to work for state government. So when you're in state government around these different people, socializing. But this is where they shut everything down.
Got it.
Before they started calling it court.
Got it. Now, when did they diagnose you with heart disease?
Never diagnosed with heart disease.
But they have since.
I went when I was 65. I went for my yearly physical.
Oh.
And I had a physical and I had my first EKG. They ain't find nothing. They said everything was fine. She said, don't you want a shingle shot? Don't you want to get a pneumonia shot? So I sat there. I said, well, I guess I'll go on and get the pneumonia shot because I'd already got the 2 shots and the little booster they was telling you to get. So I'd already been vaccinated. So I said, let me get the pneumonia shot. So I went to Chipotle and came home and ate, and I got a call from my friend. He said, I'm coming over, and then when I went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and I fell on my knees. And I'm like, and he called, he said, I'm at the door, so I don't feel good. I never felt like this before.
Oh, God.
I took my time to go down the stairs, and I don't know how. I must have did like that, and I was on the floor, and I was heaving and throwing up like I had been intoxicated. It just, every time
Oh, my God.
and
After
it was clear and
shingle
gray.
shot.
Well, not the shingle, the pneumonia
pneumonia.
shot. I threw up like 3 times. What? No, it was just clear, like.
Mm-hmm.
And he cleaned it up, and I laid there. I was weak. I couldn't even get up off the floor. So I laid there for about 15 minutes or so, maybe half hour. He covered me up. Then I sat up against the door. I'm lucky I ain't bust my head open, because I fell this way. So I had a bad scar on my elbow from breaking the fall. And he said if I was you, I wouldn't walk upstairs. I would crawl upstairs. So I crawled upstairs, and I laid on the couch for a while, and I kept saying, I said, I never felt like this before. So I thought I didn't know what was going on. So the whole weekend, I was getting weaker and weaker, and I called my girlfriend, Pat. I said, I think I got cold, so I don't know, I feel good. That was cold. She was stuck like the cold since I couldn't go out. So she brought me chicken noodle soup and crackers and Perrier water and stuff. So that was Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday night when I went to bed, it was early Monday morning, like the wee hours in the morning.
Right.
When God did his best work. And I started aching. My heart was beating out my chest. And I said, Lord, I don't want to die. And then I prayed. I know I got blood pressure medicine, but I never had been diagnosed with no heart disease. When they took my EKG for the first time, that's what I asked the nurse. When she came in, I said, how did this happen? I said, I had my first EKG, but when they turned me and pulled me to the side, they put their machine on me.
Yep.
just remember them busting through them doors, and Dr. Mercer was standing there. He couldn't numb, they couldn't numb me up and get me under because I could feel him putting in that stent. I have a stent.
So this is interesting, and I'm
There's
going to
my
say it in the
blockage-
camera.
Blockage in my arteries.
Arteries and veins are lymph vessels. And when they put foreign agents like a shingles, pneumonia, or COVID nanoparticle into your lymph water, it fills out and stagnates the lymph vessel itself, which is what they stent in, and that is what they are telling people is a heart problem. That is the problem with these vaccines, is that they are stopping the flow of the water, and your body told you, because that's what you were
Throwing up.
vomiting was lymph fluid. That's right, was lymph fluid.
Because it wasn't nothing in it. It was just
Ex-
clear. And I heaved up. It was heaving like,
Exactly.
and my body was expelling it because it was not supposed to be there.
That's exactly
So when I
right.
came home and I had been in the hospital, my feet were puffy.
Yes.
And they had them things on me, but why I come home and my feet so puffy, it had been puffy. You not see it? See, I got them feet.
See? Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
when I went to the cardiologist, and that lady who kept calling me Valencia,
Yeah.
she just persistent. She just
Yeah.
kept calling me because I'm like, leave me alone. I'm already paying enough copay $50. I'm not working. Not breathing. She
Yeah.
said, but Miss Hill, she said you were recommended. Cardiologist never said you need to go to the heart failure clinic. So when I walked in there, it was a whole different revelation in my mind.
See?
She's talking to me like you talking to me.
See?
Miss Bridget, she a black nurse practitioner. She said you rich very fluid. They hooked
See?
me up and gave me Lasix right away.
Right away. And Lasix is what?
A diuretic
Exact.
to make you expel.
Exactly. Which is
sodium,
why heart
liquid
issues,
off your-
blood pressure issues, none of that's about the blood. It's about the lymph vessels. And your body, like the body can't help but do, told you that was the issue.
The body will tell you what's
You-
wrong. Like that ain't never happened before.
That's-
You know what else I remember?
That's correct.
I used to run up the steps sometime, you know, getting ready to go to bed, you get a phone call and I have in the condo. So I would run up the stairs and I'd be like, he said, why are you breathing so hard like that? He would, you know, I'd be on the phone.
See?
He said, what? And I was like, oh, you just make my heart. So
Right.
If I was just making a joke of it, but that was a sign too.
Without a doubt, because we breathe through our lymph vessels. The oxygen is carried in the water of the lymph vessels. The lungs are 90% water.
The whole body's out.
That's right. So if the lymph vessels aren't flowing, the heart isn't being
Stiffens.
fed enough water carrying oxygen. And because they don't know that the lymph vessels exist, then they tell you have a heart issue. There's nothing wrong with your heart. It's the vessels that feed the oxygen to your heart. And your body was telling you even before the shot, because you were having problems in the lymph filter behind that
And I've
ear.
always had ear, nose, and throat issues. Not necessarily cold, but the ear, nose, and throat
See?
has always been an issue because I was raised up
See?
north.
Because it always starts in the head. Everything that
And I'm
has to
ruled
do
by the head because I'm an Aries.
That's right. And everything that starts, we can't even talk about the body without talking about the head. The head controls everything.
That's your CPU unit.
That's
That's
exactly.
your processing. and like a
That's
computer.
exactly right. And so the rest of it is a moot point if we're not fixing this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start by fixing your head first. So we're going to do the head, and then we'll start over time working the body to reset the body. But the body's going to be able to begin its own reset once we reset the head.
Because I never really had sinus problems, but then I start getting puffiness and right here, and you can start to see it,
Which is water, right? Which is water. It's all
I
water.
lost 20 pounds of fluid, when I
See.
so when she said you could watch it, she said you gotta watch your sodium content. But she was like, she said it'll creep up on you fast now.
See? Water. So let's get your water done.
It was this 1/6.
1/6.
So I went,
So you got the original April of 21.
then I went back.
And then you went back April 24th
second
of
one.
21.
Yeah,
Then the booster, you got 2 boosters?
I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah, you did. Because then you got a Moderna booster on December 3rd. And then you got a Pfizer booster on January 6th.
Mm.
So 21 and then 23. You got another booster in 23. So when was your pneumonia shot?
I went for my physical in August.
Of
End of August.
23.
Wait a minute. I had my heart attack in July.
In July.
In June. It was the end of June because I was in the hospital the week of the 4th of July. So it was the end of June.
June 20 in 23.
In 2021.
In
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, it would have been 2020.
22. So you had your heart attack in 22
Yeah.
after you had your Pfizer shot and the booster in April and December of 21.
And she gave me a pneumonia shot.
And she gave you a pneumonia shot at the same
And
time?
No, I didn't do them with the doctor when I had my physical and my first EKG.
What date was that though? That was in 23?
It was in 2022.
Got it.
Because this
Got
is 2024.
Yes.
It's been 2 years since my heart attack.
And they still gave you another booster in January of 23. After all of that, then they still gave you a booster. And so now, in 2024, now they're telling you have heart problems.
They say I have heart disease. Yeah.
Heart disease. This is what I'm saying about those things. So you are now, though, a part of a heart, do they call it a heart failure clinic?
Yeah, so go to HFC clinic, a heart failure clinic.
Wow. And so did they try to do anything else for you for your heart before they put you in the heart failure
When I
clinic?
came out from the hospital, my feet were swollen.
And
They
that
were
was the
still-
reason.
Well, somebody kept calling me persistently because I didn't want to go.
Got
They
it.
called me like 3 times. They said, Miss Hill, you were recommended to come to the heart failure clinic. So when I came, and she said I had this puffiness on
Got
my feet.
it.
And she said she put me on a special cocktail, so she put me on some more medication. So I take Farxiga. I cannot afford it because it's $152 a month with my Medicare. So they give it to me for free.
That's
every
how you
month.
know it's deadly and you shouldn't be taking it anyway. So, and we're going to get you off that because you
Yeah,
really don't
I
need
know
it.
when I go work out, if I don't take my medicine in the morning, I feel so much better. But I know sometime in the afternoon, I know I still should take it because I've seen something on your
Yeah.
video or your podcast about how to wean yourself
Yes.
off. But I know I can't do it. I gotta be careful how I do it.
Yes, everybody does, and everybody's is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me how you feeling after we did your facial the first time.
I feel like I feel like a new person, 80% better. I had energy at 20 minutes to 7. I put your birthday trip. I went to the gym for a
Very
7 o'clock class. And
very
because I missed the
good.
morning, but I had energy to go to the class. So I
Very
took
good.
the dance cardio class.
I love it. I love it. And you look like in your inflammation in your shoulders, you look like there's a lot less than before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you've got more fluidity or mobility in your body too?
Yes, it's not. I don't have the soreness that I was experiencing before, and a lot of different things. I don't have the numbness in my hands.
Great.
When I wake up and stuff, I feel different.
Great. Lovely. So let's make you feel even better.
Yeah, because I have been doing the knuckle massage.
Excellent.
And I
Behind
tell
the head.
anybody that want to listen. Everybody don't want to hear, but I'm like, okay.
Right.
This is
Okay,
what
love.
they
This is
well.
what number 3.
Gorgeous,
And y'all can just
Right?
be
Isn't this our favorite
not.
page?
So let's make you feel
It's
better
4.
again.
Thank you.
This is
So
very
tell me
How
exciting.
do you feel in number 4?
I've been
Because you look amazing.
feeling a lot more energy. Like I
Okay.
said, I haven't been taking my medicine. So when I went to get my prescription for the month, she stayed with the bag and I just put it up in the cabinet. Because I said, I don't want to be on drugs. And after watching your podcast, you was talking about being on the drugs and the side effects. So at first I was feeling it,
Sure.
came back and put the kind of,
Sure.
I thought I needed that. I maybe took it once or twice, but then I said, but I've been feeling so much better. And I feel better. And you said, pull your ears, because my ears, one of the girls playing the music too loud. And you said, pull them.
Yep.
So I just pulling them. But I haven't no whole lot of congestion. Every so often I get the sniffles.
Very good.
But I do the salt right back here.
Very
but I
good.
feel a lot better.
Very
I
good.
mean, I have to say.
Very good. And you're still doing your exercise every day?
Yeah, well, I missed the last 2 days, but I've been walking outside in the sunshine.
Very
Around
good.
around the trail.
Very good. So you canceled your heart clinic appointment for tomorrow.
Yesterday. Yeah,
And
heart
so
failure. That
how
was 6-month appointment.
got it.
Because I went and I fell out after my daddy passed. So my daddy passed in April, and I passed out the next day. So I called, so to do the blood, and that's when they give me potassium. I said, I don't need the potassium if I eat the foods with the potassium and magnesium.
That's correct,
So
Doc.
that's why I said,
Very good.
I've been trying to use my head and advocate for myself because it's my health.
That's
Like you
right.
said, so I feel better
Very
without taking the
good.
medicine. I don't want to be dependent on it.
Well, I think that's very interesting that they tell you you're part of a heart failure clinic, but they only want to see you every 6 months. I think that's insane. So I'm glad you're actually advocating.
Well, all they do is take your blood, and then they shoot out this little piece of paper. Then the nurse practitioner comes in, and she just talked to me, and they make sure, and they read everything, but I don't know really what it's saying, and that's it. So I'm spending my money, but I said, maybe I need to go for him to see I'm okay. But the last time I went to the cardiologist, he said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So I've been on the elliptical machine, and I'm working to build up my heart muscle. So I'm paying attention that it's not fluttering.
Very
And then
good.
I can tell if I'm a little low or whatever, but I've been, trying to push this,
Very good.
eating more fruits and vegetables and eating healthy.
Very good. Love it. So you could fix yourself.
Yeah, fix myself
Amazing.
from the inside out.
Amazing. Love you.